Hello everyone. I am Vijay Katta, and in today's lecture, we will study error detection and correction technique. So, we will cover types of error, that is a single one-bit error, two-bit error, and burst error. Second is we will study the error detection techniques. So, BRC, LRC, checksum, CRC are the some detection techniques, and from the correction techniques point of view, we will study Hamming code techniques here. So data can be corrupted during the transmission phase on the either it is on the cable or within the system. Between that is that's why so error detection and correction technique has been defined at data link layer and transport layer. So when we use error detection and correction technique at transport layer, so it provides the reliable communication between process to process. When we use these techniques at data link layer, so it provides the communication at the frame level that during the transmission of frame, that is during the transmission of data on the cable. So there are basically three types of error has been noted here. First one is called as a single bit error, that is only one bit has been changed. Second is a multi-bit error, and third one is called as the burst error. So this in the particular slide, it defines that we have said this data, but meanwhile during transmission, this single bit position is converted into one. Means we have sent this data that is nothing but equivalent to 2, and we transfer that one. So something else data has been received by the receiver. Now how receiver will identify that this is not an exact data that is sent by the sender? For that purpose, we use the error detection techniques. Now these are the 2-bit, that is a multi-bit errors. So here 2 bits, this 2 color position bits has been reverted, that is it is changed. So it is a multi-bit error example. And now third and most important one is called as a burst error. So when noise comes for some millisecond, it can change the n number of continuous bits. So when continuous bits has been changed, then that is such type of errors are called as the burst error. Now it is most difficult to correct these types of error. So retransmission facility has been implemented. Now we will start with the error detection technique. So all error correction and error detection techniques are implemented with the help of concepts of redundancy. Redundancy means we will input some extra bit, we will put extra bits along with our data, and in a so which means adding extra bits for detection of error at the destination. So along with these bits, destination will try to identify whether there is some error occurred or not. So following are the some error detection technique, like for VRC, vertical redundancy check, then LRC, longitudinal, and CRC, that is a cyclic redundancy check, and checksum. So in the most of the university, they ask the question on CRC. Now, simply we have studied the even parity and odd parity concepts. So when we have given a one block of data and we will pass it to the even parity generator, even parity generator will count total number of ones in the given data. If it is odd, then it will add one as a parity bit. So for in a given example, there are 3 continuous ones. So one as a parity bit has been added, that this is called as the VRC. It means VRC is calculated on a single block of data. While in the next example, we will study the LRC technique. Now in the LRC technique, again we will calculate the same parity bits, but we will take all bit positions from the each block. Means we will take first bit from first block. This is the first bit, again 1, so we have a 2 1. From this block again 1, first position, that is a 3 1. From this block again 1, it is a fourth one. It means if we will pass this to even parity, then already bits are in even, so your parity bit is equals to 0. Now take second position from each block, again 1. Now here 0, so again 0. and again 0. So we have a 3 0 and 1. So it means it is already only 1 is there. So we will add 1, so that complete data will be in the even parity. And in similar fashion, we have calculated the LRC. It means LRC is calculated on multiple blocks. So this is a one dimensional concept. Now to detect more bits errors, so we can use LRC and VRC technique at the same time. So again, LRC is calculated on position of each block and VRC is calculated on a single block of data. So suppose we have this first block of data is given here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will add 1 as a parity bit here. This is called as the VRC. Again in the second block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again we will add 1 as a even parity VRC bit is here. And in similar pattern here, there are 4 ones in the data. So we will add 0 and we calculated the VRC. Now in same pattern, we calculate the LRC. Now again, LRC is calculated on the block of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we add it here 0. And in same fashion, we have calculated the LRC. So this combination of VRC and LRC techniques are called as a two-dimensional error detection technique. Now we will in my present lecture, I will mainly focus on the cyclic redundancy check technique. Now this is important from university point of view. Now in this technique, we add the redundancy bits as I already mentioned, and in fact in the heading it is also given as a redundancy bits has been added. So we have some bits of data. Then this technique is depend upon modulo 2 division. Now this is an important thing, modulo 2 division. So we require a divisor. So this divisor is given here. Now if it is n plus 1 bit, then we will add n bit of redundancy, or in simplified way, if we have a divisor of x bit, then we will add redundancy of x minus 1 bit. In diagram it is given as a, if divisor is n plus 1 bit, then we will add n bit, means 1 0 less as compared to total number of bits present in the device. Then on this value we will calculate CRC. So CRC is nothing but the remainder, and then we will remove this redundancy bit. We will use data, and in place of redundancy bit we will use CRC bit here. So we will remove all zeros from the data during transmission, then data, original data plus CRC. Now we will transfer this one. Now on the receiver end, receiver will use same divisor. Then it will divide, that is a modulo 2 division or modulo 2 subtraction. We will subtract, or we will divide this data, and main focus is on the remainder. If remainder is equals to 0, it means there is no error. Other than 0 means definitely there is an error, and this data packet will be discarded. So this is an overview of the cyclic redundancy checkpoint. Now next and important one is the divisor one. Basically, to represent the divisor, we use the polynomial equation. So here the degree of polynomial equation is 7. So x power 7 plus x power 5 plus x square plus x plus 1. So this is a given divisor here. Now there is a one rule that we have to use before selection of any divisor value. Now first thing is, we have to convert this given polynomial into binary value. So we will convert this in the binary value. Those bit position are present, we will put as a 1, and the bit position which are absent we will consider as a 0. So x power 0 into 1, first position present is 1, then x position is present, we will put 1, x square position is present, we will put again 1, but x cube position, that is x power 3 is absent and x power 4 is absent, so we will put 0 0. X power 5 is present, we put 1, x power 6 term is absent here, so we will put 0, and x power 7 is present, so that is 1. So from the given polynomial we have converted, given polynomial is converted into a binary string. Now this is called as our divisor. Now there are some standard CRC value has been defined here. So CRC 12 means highest power will be 12. CRC 16 highest power is again 16. ITU, CRC, ITU and CRC 32. So in 32, highest power is 32. If you will observe all these polynomial, you will observe that this 1 is always present. Here x term is present, but here x term is absent, while in this one x term is absent. So there are certain rules through which we select the polynomials. Now CRC8, that is x power 8 plus x square plus x plus 1. This CRC is used in ATM header and in our LAN technique that we use in within our network. We use ITU 32, that is x power 32. It means this particular CRC code is used in the data link layer and in the transport layer for the LAN purpose only. Now for between the uh, routers, we use the HDLC. So it is x power 16 term, that is the ITU 16 protocol is used here. So we will take one example. Now I have a data 100 100. Now uh, please do not consider as a decimal. This is a binary data is given here. Now we have given a polynomial, that is a x cube plus x square plus 1. So let's start with the solution. So first we will convert this CRC polynomial into binary one. So one bit is present, we put 1. X term is absent, we put 0. X square is present and x cube is present. So our divisor is 1101. So total number of bits in the divisor are 4. So we will append 4 minus 1, that is 3 zeros in the data portion. And we will use modulo 2 division, that is nothing but the, while in modulo 2 division, for subtraction operation, we use XOR operation. So let's start our with the, so I have appended 30 here because in divisor there are total 4 bits. Now next one, so let's start with the division process. So first one, 1, then 1, 0, sorry, 1, 1, 0, 1. Now here we will perform, we have to perform the minus operation, but here we will perform modulo 2 subtraction. In modulo 2 subtraction, we will use XOR operation. Just keep one important note here. For the first position throughout in your division process, always cross first position as a cross one. Now this is for your, it will support you. Now next one, 0, 0, 1. So we will perform XOR operation. It is 1, 0, 0 is 0, and 1, 1 is 0. Now we will take 0 bit from data portion here. So now our data will be 1, 0, 0, 0. Now again, because first bit is 1 here, so we will divide by 1. Now 1, 1, 0, 1. We will perform subtraction operation. Now again, it is a modulo 2 division. So cross this one. Now 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. We have taken a 0 bit from the data portion. Now our data is 1, 0, 1, 0. Again, first bit is 1. So we will, my quotient is 1. Now 1, 1, 0, 1. So we will perform modulo 2 subtraction. So first bit, because it is 1, 1, we will cross this one. It is by default, it is 0. Now 0, 1 is 1. 1, 0 is 1. 0, 1 is 1 because we have performed the XOR operation. Now we have taken 0 from the redundancy bits. That is it is extra bits. Again, first bit is 1. So quotient is again 1. 1, 1, 0, 1. Now first bit we have crossed. Again 1, 1 is 0. 0, 1 XOR is 1. 0, 1 XOR is 1. And finally we have taken second last bit of from about data, so that is a 0. Now as our first bit is 0 here, this bit is 0 here, so it means we will quotient will be 0. So 0, 0, 0, 0. Now as per our rule, or we will cross this bit. Now again 1, 1, 0. We have taken the last one here. So again first bit is 1. So we will quotient is 1, and we will perform the modulo 2 subtraction, that is nothing but called as XOR operation. So as per our practice, we will cancel this bit. cancel this position for consideration. 1 1 is 0, 0 0 is 0, and 0 1. So now this particular data, particular value cannot be further divided. So 0 0 1 is our final remainder. As our division process, modulo 2 division process is complete and we got the remainder 0 0 1. So for data transmission, we will send data that is nothing but 1 0 0 1 0 0, and we will append 0 0 1 along with the data. So during the transmission, this data will be transferred at the receiver end. So at the receiver end, I have not changed any bit position there. So this is our received data along with the remainder. So again, receiver, when this data will be received at the receiver end, receiver will divide this data with the same divisor. Now we will start with the same technique here. So again, we will follow the modulo 2 subtraction process is here. So again, 1 0 0 1, first bit is 1, so quotient is 1. Now 1 1 is 0 here, but as per our practice, we will cancel this bit position, otherwise it will create error in the further process. Now next one, 0 1 XOR operation, 1 0 0 XOR 0, 1 1 is 0. We have taken the 0 bit position from here. Similar pattern, when we will proceed further, as per our practice, we will cancel the first bit position and finally try to identify the remainder. So if our result is 0 0 0, it means we have received the correct data, means that the data that is sent by the sender is received properly. So let's take another example. Now this example is taken from the Frozen's computer network book. So our frame, data frame is 110 10 and the generator, that is nothing but the CRC divisor is given as a 10011. So now there is no need to convert it into the polynomial. Now total bits in the generator or called as a divisor are 1 2 3 4 5. So in the frame we will add 40 and minus 1. So 1 2 3 4. Now we will perform again modulo 2 subtraction here. First position, just we will cancel first position again, and in this pattern we will solve our example and final remainder will be 1110. Now along with this data frame 1101111, we will transmit this remainder. Now on the receiver end, receiver will divide by the same generator. If we got 0 value, it means there is the error. So this is a transmitted frame. Along with data, we have seen this particular CRC value here. Now next one. So these are some notes. It is obvious that we cannot choose x, that is nothing but binary 1 0 as a divisor, or x square plus x, that is a 1 1 0. So x square present, it is 1, x is present, it is 1, but x power 0 is absent, that is plus 1. So we put here 0 as a polynomial because both are divisible by x. So our requirement is the given polynomial should not be divisible by x. So this is a one rule that must be applied before selection of CRC. So again, this is a CRC 12. You can check whether it is divisible by x or not. Now, next technique is called as a checksum technique. So different methods has been defined for the calculation of checksum. Now we will study the checksum technique defined by the Frozen. So first thing is, it's a very simple technique. When we have given the data block, divide it into equal size. So we have given a particular data, we have divided into k section, means k block, each of n bits. So equal size has been divided. Then next, all blocks, that is added using 1's complement to get the sum. then some value, whatever the sum we have got as a result, it will be complemented, and that complemented value can be used as a checksum, and this checksum will be sent along with the data. On the receiver end, this data plus checksum, again it is divided into n block, it is k blocks, we allow each of n bit size. Then all sections are divided using ones complement. Then sum is complemented. If value is 0, so data is accepted. Otherwise, data will be rejected. Now we are focusing on only error detection technique. That's why they said data will be rejected. So take one example. So we have a 16 bit of data. Now I have divided that 16 bit of data into two blocks, each of 8 bit size. So first thing is we have taken these values, then we perform their addition. Now again, in the rule it is given ones complement addition. So simply we perform the addition, some value is here. Now then we will calculate ones complement here. So 1 is 0, 1 is 0, 1 is 0. Continuous 3 0, so continuous 3 1. Then 1 is here, so 0, and 0 is here, so checksum will be 1. Now we will add this one's complement is 1. Then we will use this complete string as a checksum, and we will send this checksum value along with the data portion. Now next one, on the receiver end. So receiver has received this 24 bits of data. Actual data is of 16 bit only. Now again it is divided into 3 blocks of equal size. We will perform the additions here. If sum is equals to all 1, then we will calculate one's complement. So if one's complement is 0, it means this pattern is okay. Receiver has received the same data that is sent by the sender. So this is a checksum techniques. Now I request you, please solve at least 2 examples from the CRC. Change any bit and observe whether on the receiver end, whether remainder is 0 or not. Solve 1 or 2 examples with the checksum techniques. So next and important point is the error correction technique. So in next lecture, we will study the error correction techniques.